Go.
Thank you for joining me on my speech today. My name is Ryan Groff, and what we're going to do is I'm going to explain to you a little bit of research I did. Recently I had an interview with Sarah Grimm, and I asked her a few questions about what she does on a daily basis, what her job entails. She works in the food service industry at a local barbecue restaurant. We're not going to go into what the name is more or less for, trademark issues, but so it'll just be a food restaurant, just to let you know it is a barbecue place. The few things that I discussed with her is we went over basically what her responsibilities are on a day-to-day basis. We're going to discuss customer satisfaction, safety issues, and then also she has a secondary job that involves possible food health issues, so temperatures, things of that nature. So to begin, it was a pretty interesting conversation we had. Very general questions. Like I said, it was just a very basic interview to understand what she does. First topic I did ask her, obviously, customer satisfaction. What does that entail to her? She let me know that the most important thing that she has in mind is that the guest feels welcome no matter what. It needs to be as if it is just a house, someone's house that they're going to, not a restaurant. Not like other places, fast food areas where you're just, your money is all they are to them. Where she works at, her main goal is to make sure that she greets you with a warm smile and you have a wonderful time while you're there. I asked her some questions about what is her style, what does she do to make those people feel welcome, what is it that she feels that is most necessary to them. She let me know that a couple big things is just treat them like you want to be treated, just like the golden rule says, is that's what you want. When they come in, they're a person, there's somebody there, you're just providing a service to them, that being food in this case, barbecue food. So she has a couple techniques that she uses, and she tries to instill that on her other employees to make it just an overall team effort of great customer service. A few things that I also wanted to ask her is, what happens when there's an irate customer? Being customer service, you're always going to have one. You're always going to have that one person. And that also goes back to treat how you want to be treated. You want to calm the person down. You want to explain to them that, I understand your issue. Our goal was to provide food to you, and we did that poorly, or a service, and we did not return that to you. So, it was very interesting, that customer service attitude that she had, and that was a great idea. That was really what I wanted to start with, and that was the main topic of it. But a big thing is her secondary job that we'll go into is food preparation. She helps maintain the salad bar, which involves not only keeping the temperatures proper because of all the sanitary issues and everything. We want to make sure they're at a proper degrees, but also something that she has to do is just more or less the weights, the averages. She wants to balance that waste. We want to make sure that keeps minimum. It keeps everything to spec. So not only is it healthy for the clients and for the customers, the guests, but it's also the restaurant is not losing money. She's working with her management team. The big thing about that I did some research on about the food safety portion of it, the hygiene, is there's a couple of them. There is Serve Safe, which all management and the employees have to go through to be certified to handle any sorts of food. And that actually was a good read, and they do have those guidelines posted, so that is something they strictly have to follow. Another also is foodsafety.gov. It's the United States Government Food Safety Board, and same thing applies. When she does her job on a daily basis as food preparation, she has to maintain that all these guidelines are strictly met. Like I said before, it's not just because of the waste and because that's what the management wants, because it's very unsafe if they're not. That's someone's health. People can get very sick based off of temperatures not being right. Another thing finally we'll go into is just the overall safety of the establishment. She does work a lot of the front service areas, cashiering, stuff like that. So the main thing she does need to keep in mind is not only is she the main source of customer service, given that greeting, but she also wants to make sure that the guest is safe, So that includes basic understandings of all work environments. You want to make sure there's not water on the floor if it's tile. You want to make sure everything's nice and clean so bacteria and everything like that doesn't build up. I asked her about that. I asked her, what do you find most gratifying about that? Which portion? the customer service, or the health issue. And as I expected, everything was about even. She understood that both are equally important. Obviously, you want to provide that great customer service, but clearly in food industry, people need to be safe. We need to make sure everything's maintained properly. Overall, I did learn in this that it does take a lot to be in the food service industry. It's not just something that anyone can generally do. You have to have a certain attitude, a certain feel, and a certain understanding. So I want to thank Sarah Grimm for her time on the interview, and then I want to thank all of you guys for being here today. And once again, thank you much for being here involved. If you could just show everybody. Actually, let me get this real quick. And there is our audience here for today. All right. And I want to thank you much for the video, and have a great day.